CBS AM debrief. It's the 20th of July. I'm David Combe, just after 8 a.m. here in the Sydney office. Not a great deal of a lead out of the United States. We had IBM and Texas Instruments come out with worse than expected results during the reporting season there, and they were both hammered down somewhat, but overall the US markets opened rather closed up, and we'll just bring that up now and go and have a look at that. Yes, with the Dow up 56 points, or a bit over 0.5%, 10,154. The S&P 500 at 1,071, up 6.34 points, and the Nasdaq up 19 points to 2,198. Have a look at the European session, mostly down. Dow Jones Stocks Index 600 down 1.93 points, FTSE down 10, DAX down 31, and the CAC down 13. Have a quick look here at the likely openings in our region. The Japanese indices are pointing up. Nikkei up 40 and the Topix 2.5. Hang Seng's a bit of a different picture, down 159 points, or nearly 0.8%. Singapore about half that, down 12 points, and the S&P ASX 200 contract closed down 3 at 4,325. So should be in for a fairly steady as she goes sort of a day here, I would expect. Have a look at a couple of our commodities now in the Falcon Trader. And just having a look here at where gold is at. We're looking at a weekly chart at the moment, and we can see that this trend line, inner upward trend line, stretches back to $700 an ounce. Now, we're getting awfully close to breaking through that trend line here at 1800, if I can just get that little application out of the way there. So currently at 1183. Any sort of meaningful break and close below that trend line should be certainly significant from a technical point of view, obviously, and perhaps a good time to reevaluate any sort of positions there. Having a look now to silver. I've got this channel working up here, and to my eyes a pullback to this trend line here, so we'd be in the low $17 level. Probably over the next half a week to a week. If it got down there, then that could potentially be reasonably good buying from my view here. Have a look now to what our crude prices are doing at 75, 77 here, and a little bit hard to pick. It's sort of in that mid-range between the 70 and 80 levels, so really I think it could go either way there. Move on to another.
Virus database has been updated.
Another thing to do with crude here, which is of course BP. We got this on a weekly, we might bring it through to a daily. And we can see that the news that they may have to uncap that capping project has put a crimp on that recent rally up from £3, and we're back below the £4 level to £3.88. So I guess it all depends on what's going to happen there. But if it did get back to £3.5, could be some further consolidation there before hopefully some further news on getting this problem sorted out once and for all, and paying all the bills, and then maybe moving onward and upward from there. Rock Rice, for those of you that have been following some of my AM debrief sessions, will know that we've been watching this, and we issued some warrants on this a couple of weeks ago, just before that low there. So nice to see that that's now working its way higher again. We're back above our entry level, and we've still got until October the 22nd for those to this to work its way higher and hopefully return a nice profit back to clients that got on board there. Now to soybeans, and again, for those of you that have been watching Jonathan's morning debriefs, you'll know that he's been covering this with some enthusiasm, and we're just pulling up a weekly now. And of course, those of you that like to look at technical analysis can see that this is forming into a nice pennant formation. I haven't got that bottom trend line there, but you can visualize that. And we have in fact seen a breakout to the high side. If I move that trend line down, we can see that's probably where it is, or where it was rather. And I know that Jono is pretty keen on certainly on that one to go long. A similar story for corn. Not really, to my eyes, seeing it quite as clearly technically, but we'll perhaps that's one to keep in the watch list. Now we just looked at silver, and then finally we'll take a look at the US dollar index here. Now this is a weekly, and it certainly has been continuing down here. If we look at it daily, we'll see that there has been a little bit of a turn up here. And the first level of any sort of support or consolidation I would expect to be around this 82 level. We'll back up at the 84 and then 86. A little bit hard to pick that one to my eyes. So I might take a look at the economic calendar now for today, Tuesday the 20th, and we can see that the Reserve Bank Board minutes are due out at 11:30. They're the numbers for July. That's considered to be of high significance, so certainly watch out for that one. And then out of the Eurozone, we've got German producer prices, both month on month and year on year, for June at around 4 p.m. our time. And then out of Canada, a rates decision there. It's expected that they will, or the consensus view is that they will put the rates up to 0.75%, having previously been at 0.5%, and that's due out around 11 p.m. rather, our time. Just as for a couple of equity trade ideas, our friends over at GT Financial have suggested a short Tabcorp trade. Just wait for that to load up. If you're interested in getting a free trial for that, please send me an email. That's dc@commoditybroking.com.au. That's for David Combe, dc@commoditybroking, all one word, .com.au, and I'll put you on the free trial list. So yeah, basically reducing revenues, discretionary spend in the gambling sector is seen as a good reason fundamentally to be considering shorting the stock, but also you can see technically we've got an inner downward trend line here. We've made a fresh a rally up here, and that evening star formation here looks like a good reversal signal to be shorting the stock going south. So that about wraps up the morning AM debrief. We'll leave it at that. Thanks as always for your attention, and look forward to speaking again. Bye for now.